In the last video then of, what are we playing? Investigation Files or something. We unlocked Ruth, and Colton actually. And we started to learn all about the seeming experiments going on. We learned a lot of stuff, I really can't go through it all again. We also unlocked a fourth person, that's Heather. Now Heather is apparently a suspect, but Heather is one of the girls who survived the attack at the house. Heather is the, there were 5 people at the house and Heather is the only one who made it out alive. Before we move on to Heather, however, I do have a list of terms that I didn't get to cover in the last stream, so we're gonna go through those first and see what we can find. So I'm just gonna ball through my, see if it's your term, ball through some of the stuff here. So aliens! No. Although it did come up. Gateway. We're looking for lots of spooky things here at the moment. Another world. It's a bit optimistic, that one. Yeah. Websites. Oh, weird. Invisible. Wall. Still don't know how this works. Because people have definitely said the word wall at some point, but no, apparently not. Experiment. Nope. Torture. MK Ultra. Lights. Height. Oh, okay. Big old goose egg on all those. Let me just mark all those off my, pew, 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 pew. There we go. Much pewing has occurred. Have I ever had a crush on a Heather? I don't think so. I can't think of any Heathers that I've particularly been into. I had a couple more. Oh, no, we actually don't have any more. Okay, I think we are done with these 3 people. I didn't have anything else to search for. So we're going to move on to Heather for the very first time. We haven't seen any of Heather's videos. We unlocked her pretty early on last time, but we decided to focus on Ruth. Now we move on to Heather. We've got 4 brand new videos. Let's get started. Okay, wait. I do need a new page. So suspect 1, Caleb Bell. Suspect 2, Jeffrey Colton. Suspect 3, Ruth Forsbrand, that's it. Suspect 4 is Heather Gardner. Surprised she's a suspect. That's interesting. Also very curious who the 5th and final suspect is. No idea. I'm just checking interview dates. Right, so actually Ruth... So Colton and Caleb were both interviewed on the 31st of October. No, right, okay. Yeah, they were both interviewed on the 31st of October. Ruth and Heather were interviewed the next day on the 1st of November. I don't know if that's ever going to matter, but... it's one of those situations where we jot down all the information. We are proper detectives. It's not really a horror game, no. It's a little bit. It's got a bit of horror atmosphere to it, but it's not a horror game.
Alright, go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Let us know if we can get you anything. There's coffee, water, something here on the table for you already. We really appreciate you coming down here before you leave town with your parents. We understand you want to go back home and receive care there. Sounds like this is your last stop before leaving.
I just want you to find out who did this and to feel safe again.
Well, you're safe in here now. Again, we really appreciate you coming right from the hospital and that you feel strong enough to do this so soon. We have all the equipment set up for you to tell us what happened, so we'll ask a couple questions and then we'll get you on your way. So please, you're comfortable as much as possible? Okay. Let us know if you need to take any breaks or in pain at any time. So tell us, what happened 2 nights ago? You mentioned wanting to find out what happened to your friends. You don't know? Take us back first. What happened all of last week? You arrived in town then, right?
Okay. So she's leaving town pretty quickly with her parents. That's about all we got from that. We knew already that they arrived a week ago and they've been having a little bit of a party for the past week or so. I'm just going to balance the sound a teeny tiny bit. It's annoying because the The music in this screen can get super loud, but the audio interview is quite low, and I can't change that, unfortunately.
A week ago, we were finishing up finals. Brian and Alana have been talking about wanting to get a place for the summer and asked if I wanted to come along. It sounded better than being bored all summer down south again, and they said Emily and Greg were in already too. This is before we even knew about staying at Alana's. Emily and Greg were just up for doing it. That's what I loved about them. We finished up our finals, packed up some stuff, and then came out here. Alana said her parents usually left the keys in the mailbox. It was her family's summer cottage they owned. She had been coming up here ever since she was young. We were just looking for a place to stay for the summer. Away from school, home, people we knew, where we could just let loose and have fun. We heard the town had a couple of bars and miles of beaches along the water. That's all we wanted. It was going to be really fun.
Have you seen the house? This is their summer cottage. This is their summer cottage. And this is the state it was in. It's a murder house. It's not a summer cottage. What are you on about? You know, we never did find out what this was about with Caleb, by the way. We actually have not found that out yet. But if you live in a house like that, you expect to get murdered, frankly.
So we got here. The keys were right where Alana said they would be, and we moved in. We didn't have a lot of stuff. Figured we could get most of it out here. The house itself seemed really old. Kind of sad in a way, or creepy. Overgrown and dead plants. Peeling paint. I guess they didn't take care of it too much. There were no modern plugs in the place, just the two pieces kind. And all the light switches were the old push button style too. You know, no Wi-Fi or any other modern conveniences. We were going to have to use data for our phones all summer, or go to a coffee shop, which was going to be fine. It wasn't costing us much after all.
Okay, literally no information there. Good talk.
Last week was fun for the most part. We go to beaches during the day, went kayaking, hiking in the woods. I looked at a couple places to get a job too, and then we went to that stupid rock thing. I think Brian and Greg jumped off of it. They kept trying to get a picture just at the right moment when they were jumping. Thought it would be funny, one of those pictures. Then at night we'd have fun too. Go to bars or just stay at home. And then that night happened. I can't believe it was only 2 nights ago. It seems like it was longer now.
You've been through a lot.
It was just another normal night for the most part. We went to the bar downtown after stopping by the festival. I think the bar is called The Lantern. We had never been there before. They had some group playing with a female singer who was really good. Not really my type of music, though. So we stayed there for a while. Emily and Greg wanted to stay out and go somewhere else. But it was past 1 and last call was coming up. Plus it was pouring out, so we decided to head home and hang out there. It's not a far walk from downtown. So we came home and played some cards. At around 2 to 2:30, things were winding down. Alana said she was going to bed, and the rest of us were still up listening to music and playing cards. So we're all talking, playing cards, and we look over and this guy has just seemingly appeared in the doorway to our room. We didn't hear a knock, didn't hear the front door open. He was just there. He didn't say anything. He just stood there. We were all kind of quiet when we saw him, just totally unexpected. Immediately, the guys got up and asked if he was lost, and Brian said that he had to leave. Greg was kind of drunk and rude to him, threatening him a little. We shooed him away out the front door, and he walked down the sidewalk and out into the rain. We were all kind of shaken up somehow. I guess it just surprised us. We thought we must have left the door open or unlocked and he wanted a place to stay. I think we had all had enough then and decided to call it a night. We all went our separate ways and were going to bed. But he must have come back after that. Around 3:30 or 4. Yeah, at 4 a.m. things got really hectic.
Okay. 4 a.m. Does that track? That tracks, doesn't it? With the timeline we'd already established. I think so. Right. That should be sound. Right? Sound for everyone else. Okay. A couple of things in particular I want to pick up on there. I did already have something written down for Heather, however, because we found it by accident. And that was medication. Medication. Oh, wait. Is that Heather? What the hell?
I got a little depressed at school this year.
Why is she wearing different clothes?
Here. Maybe it was just being away from home. I take anti-anxiety medication. It helps with my moods.
Do you always take those?
Yes, every day.
Ever not take them?
It took me a while to find the right ones, but since then I've been remembering to take them pretty much consistently.
How long ago was that?
A couple of months.
Okay. Okay. New meds 2 months ago. She doesn't seem as shook up as one would expect. Now, I don't know if that's a purposeful choice or whether it's simply the actress is not doing it or they didn't want her to do it. But considering she was found in a room full of dismembered bodies covered in blood after seeing her friends get slaughtered, and this is only 2 days later, I would have thought she'd be a little bit wackadoodle. Maybe she's just medicated, so what is going on? Oh yeah, level 2 hype train emote. Right. Okay, right, so there's a couple of things that she mentioned that I want to search. The first is the lantern, which is the bar.
Earlier we walked through the festival downtown briefly.
Then the festival.
That festival of fire.
Ah!
We had some
I've been
food
waiting
and went to the bar pretty early.
to find out what this goddamn festival is called for the entire game so far. We found out about the festival in like the 3rd video, and I had no idea what it's called. The Festival of Fire. Notice it was fire with a Y, because that's all spooky and pagan and rubbish. At the bar we just sat and had drinks, listened to the singer. Yep.
At the bar we just sat and had our drinks and listened to the singer. It was totally fine. I mean, we were laughing and joking while she sang. I think Alana recognized her. Said it was her neighbor.
What did you guys have to eat or drink?
I can't remember. The drinks were red. I think they had some drink cocktail special that night. Their own thing. We didn't eat.
And anyone you think that might have been angry with you there?
No, I don't think anyone was. But I remember Brian saying a couple of nights before that there was someone trying to pick a fight with him outside of the bar we were at when he was smoking. I think it was just a guy thing, though. Them being macho or whatever. But I don't disagree that there is a little bit of animosity towards people not from around here. The whole local versus whoever thing. I just decided not to buy into stuff like that.
Do you remember what the guy looked like who had a problem with Brian?
Yeah, do you remember them?
No, not really. It was just some kind of drunk guy who lived here. Youngish. Wearing a hat. A baseball hat.
Oh.
We were at the bar on the corner of 3rd and Main. The guy's friends were pretty apologetic and were trying to calm him down. He didn't seem dangerous, really. Just drunk.
Okay. How about anyone else? Did anyone else threaten you since you've been here? Or anyone else in your past? How about friends? Did they have any enemies?
I have many things to search. Fire. Okay, I'll add to this as well. Right. Well, that was the lantern. Let me mark that off. And then I'm going to ignore the festival just for a little bit. And I appear to have written the word gulag, so I need to... No, I think that's a guy. It's not easy to skim write this and work at the same time, but... Guy. Eh? Oh. Man. I'm just going to put in general blanket terms here. See if we can find anything new. Okay, let's find out about this cocktail. Very suspicious. Oh, okay. Alana. I remember. I got her hair like. There we go. Alana. Okay, not put the cocktail in my mouth. The highlighter in my mouth. Right, Alana, talk to me. When did she get changed? That's interesting. Actually, let me look at the history. Yeah, so there is a jump.
I don't think I have any enemies.
And the others?
I'm not sure. They were all really good people. We had the best year of our lives this year. We were going to graduate next year, and we were so excited.
You sure? About the enemies. No one mentioned any problems recently? We've been trying to help you out and have been interviewing locals, suspects, and other people yesterday and today. Your friends, did they have good families?
Did she even say the word Alana?
I only met Alana last year when she started dating Brian.
Oh.
We weren't really close friends, but we had been getting closer. We actually had a class together and shared notes. She seemed like she really liked Brian, and I think he liked her. They seemed to get along really well. In terms of our friendship, we liked different things, but still got along. And I think it helped the friendship. So I'm going to miss her.
This is not the most convincing performance I've ever seen, if I'm totally honest. What if all 5 suspects are in cahoots? Right, that's Alana. Neighbour. Now, you've got to remind me that when I search for things, I can't use the Americanized spelling. Oh, I have to use the Americanized spellings. As in, no U's. U's are banned. This is a no U gaming, okay? This is Brian. Brian. Oh, hello, Brian. Oh, what's going on here? And here, got some cheeky stuff going on. Very exciting. I love a bit of cheeky.
Yeah, I mean, the darkness just gets to me after what happened.
It's understandable. Hopefully that goes away soon and you can recover and try to live a normal life again.
I think you'll overcome this. You're strong.
Thanks. I hope so.
You will. So, tell us more about Brian, as you were saying.
Tell us more about Brian. What were you saying? Where's my Brian? Wait, I don't know Brian. Brian's dead. Brian is no longer a suspect.
Brian was a great guy. He was smart, he had a good future, played on the lacrosse team. He was just a really genuine person. What's going on?
It's the damn power again. Don't worry, it'll come back on in a moment.
I don't like this.
Just hold tight. It's going to last a few seconds. See? There we go.
Damn power.
What? What's going on? Did you hear that?
Brian was a great guy.
Just listen, right? Okay, I'm gonna pause and check for stuff, but listen to the noise. It's like this breathy scream.
What's going on?
It's the damn power again. Don't worry, it'll come back on in a moment.
I don't like this.
Oh no.
Hold tight. It's going to last a few seconds.
Oh.
See?
Okay.
This person. Really genuine person.
The noise comes in first. Listen.
He was just a really genuine person.
There. Then the lights flash. Is it not a... Do we have demons and stuff going on in it? I'd be so on board. I still think it's a red herring. It's interesting that she instantly reacts to it. In a way, in that she seems predisposed to have some fear of what's going on. I mean, it's just... If it's just like a light flashing, I don't think you'd freak out this much. Then again, she has just been through, you know, a quadruple homicide. Yo! Yo! Look where the guy on the right is. Look where his shoulder is.
What's going on?
There's someone there, isn't there? I swear...
What's going on?
It's the damn power again. Don't worry, it'll come back on in a moment.
I don't like this.
Just
Creepy.
hold tight. It's going to last a few seconds.
Yeah. I don't think that's a chair. I don't think that's meant to be a chair. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the shadow and everything, but this is awesome. I'm well on board. What's this? Is this a doll? What is that? What the hell is that?
I'm not dating anyone currently, no. I haven't dated anyone since
I knew it! Oh, I should have said it. I swear to God, I was going to say the words she was into. I was going to say exactly that based on how she was talking. I didn't let me say it. I'm a grumble.
I've just been really enjoying being single, focusing on myself in school.
Would you describe him as having a dark side at all?
Dark side? No. I mean, he played lacrosse, which I always thought was pretty violent, but nothing else. No.
Okay. So, it was a normal relationship?
Yeah.
So, tell us more about yourself then. What do you like to do for fun?
For fun?
Yeah, like, what are some of the things you like to do? hobbies or anything else? Whatever.
Go out, watch movies, read. I sew stuffed animals.
You sew stuffed animals.
Yeah, I have one. It kept me company at the hospital.
It's really good. What sort of animal is that?
My own. Oh, and I also like ice cream. Making it, eating it, whatever.
Can I see it? Whoa.
Okay. Is this evidence? Really? What? Wait, what's the key? What is the key? Key. Add it to my list. What's the key about? What is this? It's not an animal. Why has it got Hal from thingy on it? Or penis? What monstrosity is that meant to be? I appreciate this. Okay, right, I need to keep working from my list. Brian is definitely important. I want to search baseball hat. Baseball. Hat. Aha! The hat on... Oh, it's Ruth. Hello, Ruth.
Do you own any hats?
That's an odd question.
It is an odd question.
Yes, I do.
Do you mind if we take a look at them?
No, go right ahead. Not sure how a hat will help you in your investigation.
Let's get someone over there to look at these hats.
We're all about... Oh my god. Ruth's hats. That's not a hat. Ruth, that's not a hat. What is that? Ruth. What is that? It's like a veil. I'm going to search for veil as well. Veil. Ruth has spooky veil. Look at my Ruth page. Spooky veil. I tell you what, Ruth has saved this game in a big way. Talk to me about hats.
Can you tell us more about what the guy you saw in the house looked like?
Just like a bum. Like old, dirty clothes, a big jacket, dirty skin, ripped shoes, kind of hunched over, but about my height, maybe a little taller.
So you didn't recognize him?
No, I don't think so.
Did you notice if he was wearing a hat?
Oh, yeah, it was one of those wool hats, a beanie thing.
What color was the beanie?
It was dirty, but I think it was red. Or wait, no, violet. No, it was purple.
Okay, thanks.
Violet's a type of purple,
He
love.
couldn't have been invited that night, maybe by one of your friends?
Maybe, but I don't think so. We wouldn't hang out with someone like that.
Okay.
He's violent and dangerous.
Let's try something else.
I just want to point this out now. I think she's faking this. I think this is a setup. I think they saw him in the town or in the area. Maybe had an altercation with him of some description, and they've decided to pin something of some description on Caleb. I don't know beyond that, but I don't trust how she's acting at all. Described Caleb at house. I don't trust her. Maybe I just don't trust women. But I trust Ruth. Ruth's the best.
This is a bunch of photos with potential suspects, and we'd like you to circle a photo of the person you think most resembles the man you saw break into the house at 4 a.m.
Think really hard before deciding.
Okay.
Oh.
That's him.
Okay, thanks. That's our man then.
Who is it? Is that even Caleb? It doesn't even look like Caleb. Is that Caleb? I guess it's meant to be, but barely recognize the lad. You need a better signature, love. I don't know about this. But she's mid.
Here to catch some dirty crime boys.
You shave that beard off, son. If you've got a super patchy beard, right, maybe you want some facial hair, but you just have to accept that it's not going to happen and that you look better without him. Just the way it is. Okay, well, hat turned up a surprising amount of interesting evidence. Wasn't expecting that. I want to find out more about the singer. Nope, not allowed to do that. Okay, what's that say? Bar, bad, bold, back. What the hell does that say? I really need to sort my handwriting out. I literally don't know what I've written here. Not a clue. I just want to search power again. No. Aha!
Did you see that? It moved on its own.
What?
What do you mean?
No, really.
Whoa, 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 wait. You mentioned it in chat. Yeah, I didn't notice. What is going on?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out.
The company at the hospital.
It's really good. What sort of animal is that?
My own. Oh, and I also like ice cream. Making it, eating it, whatever.
Can I see it? Whoa.
Oh. That wasn't very subtle. I thought, like, it maybe lifted an arm a little bit or something. Or, like, she twisted it to show him. Okay, right. Let's get into this.
Did you see that?
Watch her, by the way, watch her reaction here.
Moved on its own.
Where is it?
What do you mean?
Look at her face.
Moved on its own.
What do you mean?
There's a little.
No, really.
I didn't see anything. Maybe I hit it with my hand or something.
Did you see it move?
I didn't, no. I was just looking at these papers.
I just saw it move on its own. I swear.
What are you even saying right now? Maybe she hit it with her hand, or the paper moved it. Maybe these days are getting to you.
I don't think so. That was not normal.
Okay, whatever.
Look, we can review the tapes.
We can. You should do that. Maybe take the rest of the day off or something.
The problem is I'm now staring at the stuffed animal. Like I'm not looking at anything else, just in case. And Colin is acting a bit sus. Ghost. Spirit. I'm just gonna chuck some spooky stuff in. Demon. Poltergeist. Poltergeister. Moved on its own. Alright, optimistic that. I want to find out about this key. What's the key? Wait, what's the key got to do with Ruth? I mean, I'm assuming there is a link between Ruth and Heather, given that Heather is clearly a blimmin' witch.
When we got off the phone, Mr. Morgan said that you had a key to his house. Is that right?
Yes. Just in case they ever got locked out, that sort of thing.
Interesting. You could have mentioned that before. Kind of important information.
Didn't know you'd want to know something like that.
The house was locked when we arrived.
You don't think I had something to do with it, do you?
We're not saying that.
Good. That key is likely sitting in my bureau where I left it after I got it. I can take you there and we can check.
No, we believe you.
And besides, I'm only this big. I mean, how much damage could I possibly do to that many people?
I honestly, I'm with you, Robin. I really think it's a setup by multiple people to frame Caleb. Colby. Caleb or Colby? Isn't his real name Caleb? No, his real name's Colby, but he goes by Caleb. Right? I'm just gonna search for Caleb to see if he pops up in any of Heather's videos. Who is the fifth suspect? Oh my god. Oh, hello. Here we go.
Right before 4, I was in the front room by myself, cleaning up the cards and other stuff. Brian and Emily were in the living room, I think, doing whatever, hanging out. Alana was sleeping, I think, and I don't know what Greg was doing. Maybe he was getting ready for bed, or maybe he was in the kitchen. So I'm cleaning up the table, and I hear a loud thump on the ceiling above me. The living room is directly below the main bedroom, where Alana was sleeping, so I don't really know why it sounded different, but I stopped what I was doing for a second. It was just kind of unexpected, really, and it had been a weird night. I think I figured it was Brian getting ready to join Alana to go to sleep. Maybe he was getting changed or something, but it was a loud thud. Kind of made the stuff in the room vibrate a little. I didn't hear anything else though, so I didn't think about it again. I went back, picking up the cards, putting them away, and then I hear and feel what sounds like an explosion, followed by the sound of glass shattering, a lot of glass shattering, falling, hitting the ground, all from the back of the house. I might have even screamed right at that second, because it was so unexpected. I can't remember. It wasn't a bassy sounding explosion. The most distinctive sound was a really loud crack, and the house shook. Stuff turned off for a second, and then came back on. This all happened so quickly, but somehow it seemed slow too. The details are really vivid though. So I heard the explosion sound, and I don't know what to think. I'm frozen, it just really took my breath away. And then I became hyper aware of everything instantly. I made about 2 or 3 steps to the door, which was closed, about to see what happened. And I make it a few steps, and then the door opens right then. Not fast or slow, it just opens. And then it was that guy again. That same guy. But this time he's smiling, looking at me. And he had these horrible teeth and this horrible looking face. It was like the wind got knocked out of me. My legs were like jelly. It was like a body blow or something. I fell on the ground and screamed and said, "What are you doing here?" I called out for help for Brian and Greg, anyone. The guy didn't move though. He just kept standing there in the doorway with that stupid look on his face. I called out again for help, I think. I got up, maybe asked him what he was doing there again or what he wanted. I remember being really scared though. I threw some things at him, missed, and he took a few steps towards me. I decided to run, charge past him.
Bear with
some
me.
things at him, missed, and he took a few steps towards me.
Oh, okay.
I decided to run, charge past him. I ran straight towards him as fast as I possibly could. I was going to get by him no matter what, and I did. I think I hit his arm as he tried to grab me, but I went past him. I hit the front hallway and went straight back to the living room. As I ran past, I remember someone standing in the room that I caught out of the corner of my eye. It didn't seem like any of my friends, though. They didn't seem to fit somehow. And I was just going, so I didn't get a good look at them. I was running full speed, scared. I burst into the living room, and immediately I got hit in the mouth and head hard. I don't know by what, maybe a fist or an arm or something. I remember flashes of the next couple moments in pain, crawling, trying to get up. Someone was around me and someone screamed, and then I blacked out. I don't remember anything else after that, sorry. Apparently you guys found me there in the morning or something.
Okay, thanks. Is there anything else you can tell us? Is there anyone you think could have done this?
No, I don't think so.
Do you remember anything about the guy in the house?
He seems like a homeless guy. Big coat. I can't really remember.
Remember any details about the other people?
I'm not even sure I saw them.
If we give you a suspect photo sheet with photos of different guys on it, do you think you could identify them?
I could try.
Okay. Let's do that. How about at the bar? Did anyone seem threatened there? Or at the home? At the house? What did you do earlier in the day? Also, we can pause for a moment if you want to get out of your hospital clothes and change. Might be more comfortable in here. It's kind of cold.
Okay, that sounds good.
Ooh, message. The press really focused closely on Heather's first-hand account of that night. Her recovery so soon after was surprising too, to say the least. That's what we've been saying, Captain O'Shea. And also you, unknown blah 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 blah. I've got you both. Good lads. Explosion. Let me see if she's got anything more on that. Come on, Heather, bring your A game. Crack. Nothing about crack. Right, we're going to move on to the festival, finally. Let me just work through my list here. Oh, actually, also Veil. Whatever. Festival of Fire. 5 whole videos. What a day. What a world we live in. Amazing. Let me just cross some stuff out.
What all goes on at the Festival of Fire that you've been to?
cops, you guys patrol it, you know.
That wasn't where I was going with my question. We're aware of the event.
Well, away from the fun and games, there are some places in town that celebrate in different ways.
How so?
People think it's the night to do stuff, try stuff. One night of the year.
What do you mean, like drugs?
No, I mean, that too, kind of.
It's the purge.
That's not what I meant.
What do you mean?
They try stuff. They're more open to stuff. Having fun and serious stuff, like witchcraft.
Witchcraft?
Yeah, like spells and stuff. It's kind of what this town is known for, you know.
Really? That's what the town is known for now.
Partially, yeah.
I'm gonna do... I feel like this festival is important. And it ties in probably with Dangling Rocks. So I'm gonna do a page on the back of Ruth, about the festival specifically. I want a section for the festival. So, drugs and partying, but also music, stop being scary. But also, night for witchcraft, seemingly. Which we will add to our search terms. I really hope it's not a red herring. The music is loud, but the problem is I can't balance the music against anything else. This, I'm pretty sure controls this as well, right?
What all goes on at the...
It doesn't! That's amazing! Oh, I can't believe I didn't know that. Oh, I'm an idiot.
What all goes on at the...
Incredible. Right, shut up, music. I mean, I like the music, but bloody hell. Okay, cool.
The Festival of Fire, my favorite. The West Coast's finest come from miles around and descend on the town like locusts. Look, I get it. People like to dress up and play make-believe. But there's a time and a place. It's called childhood. My big problem with it is all of my neighbors who act normal 364 days of the year, but then come out and act like some big blessing on the town that must be revered. You already get Halloween the next day, so do we really need to drag this out for another day? Hop on your broomsticks and...
I'm very sus of Colton, but I do vibe with him pretty hard on a lot of this.
Ah, yes. The Festival of Fire. It used to just be called the Fire on the Hill.
Fire on the
Not
Hill.
such a big production. For most people now, it's bobbing for apples, dressing up in tacky Halloween costumes, all capped off with a big phony baloney festival on top of the Witch's Hill at Dangling Rock,
Witch's Hill.
where they light some fake effigy to whatever on fire that the town put together over a few weeks. A real family affair. The town council even helps put it together now, I think. And some big companies even sponsor part of it.
It brings in a lot of money.
Yes. What with the families having a fun night out, the drunken revelers, and even the kids with their internet spells. It's an eventful night. What's different now
Internet
is that the
spells.
festival takes place on the same date every year now. October 30th. Devil's Night, or Mischief Night in some places. But originally it was only supposed to take place only on the date in October when the moon was right.
Well, what do you mean by that? Why is that important?
The festival right now is always on the 30th, the day before Halloween, for convenience. But before, the moon was always supposed to be in shadow for this event.
Well, with the significance being...
It helps to perform an incantation or a spell when the moon is at its extremes or strongest. This goes back way before my time, so I'm not sure on the exact history, but I know the moon doesn't show up because it's in shadow and looks black.
So we can't see it.
No, you can't, no. But it's still there, obviously.
It's interesting. People in the UK, actually any of you, US people as well, was Mischief Night a thing for you? Because we did Mischief Night growing up. The day before Halloween is when we would go and play Knock Door Run or Egg Houses and do all the stupid childish chavvy stuff that we would do at 10 years old. Mischief Night was very much a thing when I was growing up. As for the rest of it though, she talks about like burning an effigy, etc, etc. It just sounds like bonfire night. Like we literally burnt giant effigies in the park. Well, is it just me? This is all very bonfire nighty. Okay, wow, that was just me and my little chavvy childhood apparently. Okay, fantastic. Either way, and then the effigy, I remember going down to the main park and the whole town would go down to the park and they would construct different figures out of wicker. It's like Burning Man. And they'd light it on fire in the park. Well, none of you in the UK did Mischief Night. Huh, maybe it's a northern thing. Or northwestern thing, I guess. Anyways. I was a rebel kid, you know? What can I say?
Is there anything else you remember at the bar? Like what you had to drink? Did anybody get food?
No, just that the drinks were red. I do remember that for the fire festival.
Bear with me. I need to get rid of this goddamn Ubisoft thing. I've been recording so much Assassin's Creed, and I've got 2 friends apparently on Ubisoft. 3, actually, who I don't even know who they are, unironically. And it bloody keeps popping up. It's the worst thing. How do I make my friends go away forever? Maybe if I go offline, that's not going to do it. I'll just accept it, that's fine. Every now and again I'm playing Assassin's Creed and it'll pop up with blah 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 is blah 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 blah. You know, blah 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 blah.
Festival thingy.
Good.
Not especially. Kind of weird. I mean, okay, nothing special.
Okay, thanks. I guess we can double check on that.
Toxicology in the bodies would have brought something up.
True.
But no one ate anything, that's for sure. We were still pretty full from dinner. We had burgers downtown.
Where was that at?
Barbecue Depot, I think.
Alright, thanks. We'll take note of that.
We will indeed take note of that. Where's my list? There it is. Nice page. Barbecue Depot. Why if I wrote BBBBB? BBBBQ Depot. Okay. One more video on the fire festival.
You ever been up to the Hill State Park?
Yeah, like I said, we went up there a couple of days ago, last week. Emily and Alana and the guys really wanted to go. The guy jumped off of it, and Brian actually kind of hurt his leg when he landed and vowed to get revenge on it. It was pretty funny. Said he wanted to come back and push it over. Emily and Alana wanted to see it too. I thought it was amazing, not what I was expecting.
The site? The rock?
Yeah, it's a beautiful location. And the most beautiful I've ever seen with the water and the hill.
Did you happen to go up there for the bonfire later? Where they light the statue up?
When they burnt the big straw man? No. We watched it from outside the bar. Everyone was cheering when it went up. But it's not really our thing, so we stayed downtown. Alana had been up there before.
Did you guys do anything else during the festival?
The guys did one of the shooting galleries. We shared an elephant ear. We also tried to guess what was in the bowls and the boxes. You know, the ones where they cover the boxes and they have spaghetti for intestines, peeled grapes for eyeballs, that sort of thing.
That must have seemed pretty tame comparatively.
Yeah, the whole thing seemed like it was more for kids and families.
I know, my family loves the Festival of Fire.
Alright, let's move on.
Colton doesn't approve of that. Okay, so I don't know if I'm making like a massive leap here, and I'm not quite sure how it makes sense or how it would tie together. But she mentions that Brian hurt his leg, one of his legs, as he landed. One of the first things that we learned about Caleb that hasn't come up again, by the by, hasn't been mentioned at all since, was that he was walking with a limp when they found him on the highway. I think there might be some trickery afoot. It's only a little theory right now. It's only a little link, but there's something going on. Maybe. Maybe I'm stretching. Right. Okay, so Fire Festival. If someone can link we have a Google Doc, Draco, where we're tracking everything where people are. Maybe you can read that. I don't know how helpful it is. I spelled it wrong. I've got loads of stuff on my search list. You're not meant to give me ideas. No, rubbish. Rubbish! Sorry. Right, I'm just going to search for a bunch of things. Now that we've got Heather, nope. Just picking up on words that she mentioned. Right, Witchcraft. I mean, oh my god, what the hell? That might be the most results we've ever had. Witchcraft, baby! I'm all about that witchcraft. Alright, let's get started.
You know any witchcraft?
No. Not that I know of.
That's an odd response. Not that you know of. We have some photos of you on file from your time in Minnesota when you were a teenager. In the 90s. Lots of dark clothes, not a lot of smiles.
Emo
Had kind
kid.
of a goth bad boy thing going on. That ended, right?
Yes.
Well, actually, it says under one of the hobbies your family listed at was magic. You know any magic tricks, Caleb?
No.
Interesting. Where's my Caleb page? I had to fill in Caleb for ages. Sorry, Caleb. Family new magic. Weird comments. I'm going to put magic on my list as well. Now we have to get back to bloody Barbecue Depot.
Oh, you remember that. Interesting. So if I had a hat right now, you can make a bunny hop out of it? No?
Shut up, Robin.
Look, I've done some stupid stuff in my past.
Past?
I've had phases where I was into certain stuff just like anyone else. Maybe I was into it in the past. Maybe I tried some stuff. Maybe it wasn't my thing. People change. Let them. Show me a person who's exactly the same as they were 5 years ago.
Maybe this, maybe that. That's why we're here. We're going to find out how many of those maybes are maybe nots.
Okay, what's that?
Bite your tongue. I hope you're not implying that I'm associated with such mischief. Witchcraft is for the young.
You do have a reputation amongst the kids in town.
Oh, I've heard them too, calling me all sorts of names. Incredibly disrespectful, the youth of today.
What sort of names do they call you?
I don't pay much attention, they're just kids. The worst is hearing it from older people, who should know better. This and that Biddy, Mrs. Death, everything you can think of, I've heard them all. Like I said, I don't pay them much attention.
You can imagine their thinking. With the store, and I thought your type didn't mind being called that.
Such broad strokes we're painted with. Phooey.
So what, you're offended?
Give me some credit.
All right. You're not a witch. Not offended.
What are you? You're a warlock? Well, a warlock is just a witch. A sorceress? Oh my god. Right, well, I mentioned it, but Heather is into her witchcraft. I also want to... There was a little... I think when it... I don't know if I'm reading into this as well, but the camera zooms in just a little bit when she calls herself Mrs. Death, as in that's what she would be known as. I'm going to make a bet right now that if we search for Mrs. Death, it will turn up as a result for Heather or someone else, and that will be what they know Ruth as. And they'll talk about her. But we'll see.
Do you have any idea where this came from?
Is it the tooth?
Ew, is that a tooth?
It's the tooth!
Yeah.
Where's my tooth page?
It was wrapped in a cloth and tied with a string.
I actually have a
We
page
found
for the
it in a
tooth.
divot in the wall in the basement.
There it is.
Wow. No.
It's human.
Wait, it was found in the basement? What? They need to get that story straight.
Do you have any idea where this came from?
Ew, is that a tooth?
Yeah, appears so. It was wrapped in a cloth and tied with a string. We found it in a divot in the wall in the basement.
Wow. No.
It's human.
What? Right, I need to add basement to my list because I haven't searched about the basement yet. Because I wasn't aware there bloody was one. Okay. Heather, talk to me, girl.
It was in a pretty noticeable spot, in the middle of the wall in the basement. Don't think Alana's parents would have left it there. Why do you think it was there?
I don't know. The house was weird.
Let me try a guess. I think this sort of discovery and the location is often associated with voodoo magic. Are any of your friends into voodoo?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't think so either. You seem like pretty normal kids. And even if you were getting a little carried away that day, that stuff is all made up. It doesn't work. It's just not every day that we find something like this, though.
No, it's not.
Oh. Oh. Heather, you stay away from that tooth.
don't think we have much more left. We found Alana's neighbor and are about to talk to her just to get some of the details you mentioned on paper. Since she lives right next door, but nothing you need to think about.
Are we going to the bar? Catch her act? She works at the bar where you were that night. Probably the same person you saw singing that night.
There we go. Fifth suspect is the singer, apparently, at the bar. Very interesting. But there is much to do until we get to that point. I want to look at the tooth, for example. There is the tooth. What is the tooth? You can't handle the tooth and other tooth-based puns. Let's imagine them all. There it is. It's lovely. A bit filthy, isn't it? Anyways, let me work from my list here. So that was Witchcraft. We're not even done, but we've got 3 videos left for Witchcraft.
I loved Emily. She was just a really kind person. Someone who would do anything for you. Anytime. She and Greg were the perfect couple. They'd been dating ever since freshman year and they met in the dorms. She one time picked me up from this party back home that I was at and I wanted to leave and didn't have a ride. She drove all the way from her parents' house out to where I was without even asking me why I needed to leave. She was just really, really great like that. The friend that will be there for you no matter what.
What sort of stuff did you do together?
Oh, this and that. Like I said, we go way back. From being awkward freshmen chasing boys, deciding not to go into sorority together, or just meeting up and gossiping. Normal stuff. We like to go shopping too. We had a punk phase, goth phase, chic phase. Tried a bunch of looks. Watching movies. That sort of stuff. Normal stuff.
Normal stuff. Gotcha. Did you say goth phase?
Yeah.
Tell us more about that. Kind of hard to picture you in dark clothes and black hair.
Well, we would just go to the mall and buy stuff. Trinkets.
Trinkets?
Yeah. Like this ring.
Oh. I was going to ask about that.
I still keep it because I like the design. Emily had one too, but lost it, I think.
Okay. What else happened during your goth phase?
Nothing. I mean, I think we just liked the look. We went up and did a couple of dumb spells off the internet, but nothing ever worked. In our punk phase, we tried skateboarding and stopped once we fell so many times. We were covered in bruises. The chic phase, that was us spending way too much money on clothes and makeup.
Wow, so you're really good friends.
Yeah, we were.
I don't know about this. Alright, is this the ring? It is. Skull? It's a skull ring? I guess it's a skull shape there. And she still wears it. Not at all suspicious there, love. Not at all suspicious. They're really honing on this goth phase. Like lots of people had a goth phase. I never had a goth phase, I had an emo phase, but still. Doesn't mean you're about to murder someone and stick a tooth in the wall.
I guess I don't know what I was expecting. We all went on the website at school before we left and read about it. How everything, like different groups and religions have sort of a claim to the site. That it's this and that. Something for all their beliefs. Not Christian religions, but other types. More native stuff and the witch stuff. Satanists, Wiccans, I guess. I don't know if that's right. Emily and Greg are pretty into it. I thought it was kind of funny. Sorry, I guess I'm not feeling well. Looking forward to going home.
Thanks. This has already been super helpful.
She looks super anxious there, doesn't she?
Sounds like you were pretty scared that night.
I really was. I think it clouded my memory.
You ever been that scared before in your life?
Never. No. It was the scariest thing that's ever happened to me.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
Didn't you and Emily try some witch stuff in the past?
I mean, yeah, it was just kid stuff. And it wasn't for very long. I think I mentioned her and Greg were more into it.
When you met up and did stuff, I mean, during this time, what sort of stuff did you do?
The stuff we read about on the internet and in books. Love spells and potions. Cursing people. That sort of stuff. But none of it ever worked.
None of it?
No. Like I said, it was just a short time. We stopped because none of it ever worked. It's not real.
Did you think it was fun anyways? Did you guys ever meet up and just watch a scary movie together? Do you like horror movies, books, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I guess.
Ever try to scare each other? Maybe play a prank on each other?
Yeah, I guess.
So, you do kind of like to be scared.
Yes, but not like this. This was different. This was real.
What is that line of questioning? You like horror films, so I bet you you like watching your friends get murdered in front of you. They are basically the same thing. I watched a horror film last night, so, can someone come murder my housemates, please? Thank you.